Hello everybody and welcome on today's video. A couple of weeks ago I pruned my little elm here. It's a European English elm, I don't know. I talked to him and didn't respond in English or anything. Yeah, well, that's a bad joke. Okay, I asked if this should be the front or maybe a little more like this and then tilting the tree. Now I got a few answers and well, the best answer I got was someone said, yeah, you can use this as a front, but then of course you will have to reduce this branch, which I did immediately. I cut this branch off, and ever since this tree is growing like crazy, and I decided to use this as a new front. So I'm going to tilt it. You see the root base is really nice and flat and well extended here. And this will be the main trunk. Now it's a little bit strange because it's coming from the back, but it's possible to guide it and to make this a really nice front. But as you see, there's quite some growth all over the place because this tree looks very happy, which makes me very happy. And I feel that this tree might become a quite large specimen. I'm not against that, but yeah, I need to do a little cutting here and pruning because I have new growth all over the tree. So I'm going to bring all this growth back by reducing the outer parts and letting the inner parts grow. So that will make the ramification a whole lot better. So I'm going to zoom in now and we'll have a look at what can be done. So you are now looking at the new front and the new angle of the tree. Yeah, well, obviously this is not a good branch. This is growing straight down. It's always good to see. I have a few aphids here, so this is going to need some attention. Another thing, I don't think that this branch is going to be very interesting. It's, well, let's see it without it. Well, it certainly fills up a space. So in doubt, don't touch it. Now, this first branch should be a little smaller, and it would be great to have some growth here. So I'm going to reduce this as far as I can. I have a shoot here, so everything above that shoot I will now take off, and maybe something will sprout from here. That certainly cleans up this area. Now I have a new little shoot here. It's not very powerful, but this one is already a woody, and I'm going to reduce it to an outward facing leaf, and I will do the same here. So I have a little leaf here which is not needed anymore, and then you see the new shoot, which I will keep. I'm really in doubt about this branch here. Not wild about this one, it's growing straight up, so let's get rid of that. Okay. Okay, well, okay, for this branch here, so this is a good branch. It's getting kind of heavy here, so I'll reduce to this leaf. And then from this same branch I have a new little one, and here again I can reduce a whole piece because I have a new little shoot here which I want to give a chance. Same here, and this should come in this direction, so I'm going to leave that leaf. Here is a very nice little shoot which I'm going to keep, so I can surely remove this complete part here. On this branch, the same, I can remove this part. This I will probably wire out, but I'm going to remove quite some stuff here. Here just the tip. And then I have my back branch, which is not really full of growth, but I have some new little buds here. So this is one growing on top, so I don't want that. And here I have new shoots, new shoots, new shoots. So well, let's remove this portion. So I must say, once that these elms are happy, well, they grow well. I even think that I'm going to reduce this. That's basically it. Now I need to spray this tree, and I still have a question of keeping this or not keeping this. Now, because I think that these trees make good new shoots all over the place, I can maybe get rid of it. And then I have here a interesting thing. I have two branches, these two little shoots, and it reminds me of a video that I saw from a man called Roger, and his channel is Roger's Bonsai. He was talking about his elm, that it's always shooting and it's always cutting back, but then I saw on his tree this same thing. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sometimes shoots, and then you have to cut them back. But the best thing, I think, is just to select one major branch, let that extend and work with that. So Roger, if you hear me, that's for you. Okay, so I think this looks good. I have a little weeding to do here, but I never have a lot of weeding to do because I always try to keep my surface clean. So that's going to be a quick one. And now I will have to spray my tree. And I think that's gonna be it. So that's the new front. I think it's nice. As you see, I didn't prune anything in the top. I really wanted that to extend. I'm going to not touch that. And we'll see in a couple of weeks what it does. And so we go from one elm to another. This is the clump group raft style elm. So as you see, it's been growing not too much in the lowest parts. I've been applying some wires to direct some of the new shoots, but again in the top it's going crazy. So again I have to reduce the top part because the internodes are elongating, that's one thing. And well, yeah, you want your lowest branches to become a little thicker in order to make this whole composition well, more realistic, because most of the time the lowest branches are the heaviest. So let's do some pruning. One thing that I noticed is that this whole tree is occupied by ants, which means of course that there are aphids. So this tree is going to need a little spray. So yeah, well, that's not a big deal. So let's start with this little tree here. I have a really nice little branch here. This one is not too nice, it's a little bit of an eye poker. Yeah, so I'm not wild about that. And this one also is a new shoot, but is also an eye poker. And this one I should try to work with it with directional pruning. So I'm going to remove this portion here and then start ramification on this level. So in the back again, just some trimming, leaving always a branch in the direction that you want the new growth to go. This is starting to become a little heavy, I think. But okay, that's not a big deal. You can always cut back some stuff that's not from this tree. And then we have the top. So I chose a new top here. And I think that I even might choose again another top. Maybe this one is better, I don't know. No, I think that the taper here is really nice. So just going to reduce it back a little. Like so, and that's this little tree done. So major trunk. New shoots are coming where I wanted them to come, so I'm going to let that extend. But here, that's already a little bigger. Here, let's just comb this down. Here you can see an aphid. Yeah, so this is good. This little shoot here, I probably could even take it, no, I have to let it extend to create a bud that goes in this direction, because this is the back. And then here, well, this is becoming really heavy, so let's get rid of some stuff here. And the same in the top, just reducing everything back. Okay, that looks good. The tree right next to it, I have a very good branch here, low branch, and I have a little shoot that is not doing any good here. So this one was cut back a few weeks ago and it's doing great. So I'm going to let that extend a little. This is a shoot growing straight down. Don't want straight down shoots. And I can start with the ramification now. Here and here and here. So this is the best top that I have. So I'm going to remove this and this. Okay. So this was, well, I can remove the little tip here. And I will. Okay. Yeah, this is from the little tree here, and it's really too long, it's not in a good direction, so let's immediately get rid of that. And this one I'm going to let extend a little bit so that it thickens. Then we have this little tree here. So this was the new top, so I'm going to leave it and reduce the rest of the tree. Seems that I missed something here. There's this gigantic shoot here. Okay. And this one, how could I miss that? Okay. So here, this one is not in a good spot. This is small. This is too small too, and this one is getting very thick, so let's just try to calm it down a little. The same with this branch here. So So this might need a little more thickness, so well, I'm going to leave it. And then we have the very small tree here in the back, which I'm trying to guide with a piece of copper. So it's doing great, I think. And I just need to keep it under control. And then there's this big branch here in the back that I don't like. You know what? I think I'm going to get rid of that whole thing here. I think my scissors can just handle that, but not a whole lot more. So that worked, but shouldn't do too much of that. And I'm going to direct it in this direction. I have to clean up that stump once that it is dried back a little. So the last details, little snips, because you always miss something. Well, I do. Yeah, I think that's not bad. It's always amazing how much is coming off. So these elms are, yeah, well, really doing great. They're growing fast. They're spreading out. So that's really what you want. And the thing is, once that you cut back these elms, you have often new shoots opening from the trunk. You never know where they're going to open. So that's always interesting, because that gives you the opportunity to create new depths, new pieces in the composition. So to finish this, I'm going to give you a 360. So this is the front. And the right side, with this branch that I'd like to thicken a little. This is the back with this branch that should thicken a little. And it would be nice to have some growing here, but yeah, might come. And this is the left. And this is the front again. Now there's a piece of wire on this branch here, and I have to keep an eye on that, because in this season these trees are really thickening up and you don't want scarring. So probably in a week or two this will have to go. But that's all for today. Please do all the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see more updates. It is very much appreciated. So thanks for watching and see you next time.